So say you want to build a completely new website for a client. We might have a hypothetical here. So we've got a new startup. No, we're just talking about startups, and they want to provide a range of online training courses targeted at corporations. So they want the CEO or the HR director to purchase a license, which gives staff access to some online courses. They need a new website to promote the business and the courses on offer. So what roles do you need on the team to make that happen?
Okay, from what you said, it sounds like it's mainly a content delivery application. So we're delivering courses to customers. However, there also does sound like there's an authentication piece, and it's doing more than just delivering information to a specific set of users. So you don't want people that haven't paid being able to view this information. So to me, it sounds like it is an application. It's doing more than just delivering information. It's not just a website. So I want to build a cross-functional team. And this cross-functional team is where Agile comes in. And that's where you've got a team of collaborative people building some software. And what the idea there is to have a cross-functional team that delivers the software. Cross-functional meaning that they have a diverse set of skills. So initially, I would say you need a product owner. So the product owner is the person who decides what that software is going to look like. They have the power to decide how features should behave. And I actually think that's the most important role on a software development team. Now, I'd probably have a set of developers. And again, if I was hiring, I would make sure they would be cross-functional developers. So they could be both back-end and front-end if required. Some may have a specialism in front-end. Some may have a specialism in back-end, but they should be able to do both. Now, I'd also look for some skills in DevOps. And what DevOps is really nothing technical. DevOps is actually an extension of Agile in the sense that it is about flow. And then you talked about kind of lean and Eric Ries, that the flow concept is really about making sure that features can flow at a steady rate. The other concept in DevOps is really about shortening feedback cycles. If you remember, I spoke about having that 3-month or the development team, which would build something and then
lob it over the wall.
To a testing team, and they would test it. So that concept for me is archaic. What you want is the developers and the product owner working together to understand what those feedback cycles should be, or what that loop should be initially. So how they verify what the outcome is, and working together in real time to be able to reduce that down to hours, days. And so for me, DevOps is not a technical practice, although you use technology or newer technologies such as infrastructure as code to achieve some of those outcomes. It's about flow and reducing feedback cycles. So really what the team that I would focus on is a cross-functional team, product owner, maybe 2 or 3 developers. And I would not, me personally, I wouldn't hire a tester on that team. I would push the responsibility for testing onto the developers. If they release crappy software, they should be the ones that feel the pain. They should be the ones that get called up at 3 a.m. to say, this thing isn't working, you've released some crap. Because if they don't have that pain, they're never going to learn. I think having the responsibility for actually quality and making sure it's the whole team's responsibility is a really important fundamental part of a software development team. If you have another team of, say, quality assurance people or testers, where you go, oh, don't worry, if it's not quite right, they'll catch the problem. It absolves responsibility.
And it creates waste, doesn't it? And it just inherently makes so much sense to put that accountability and responsibility on the person building it to maintain it. Stop lobbing it over the fence, work together with the product owner to identify, I guess, the definition of done or what good looks like, and then work together in these short cycles as well, because that's another principle, isn't it? You don't spend the 3 months releasing software in a large batch. You break it down to, well, how quickly can we release a small feature or something in a smaller chunk and test it. release.
That's actually a key metric. We measure ourselves by how many times per day do we release to production.
Yeah.
And if we're up around 5, 6, 10 times a day, that's a good metric. If we're up around 1 every 2 weeks, that is not a good metric from our point of view.
You've been listening to Lean Mean Marketing Teams with Ty Hayes. If you love the show, please remember to hit subscribe so that you can discover more tips and strategies to build a high-performance marketing team. And if you're feeling generous, please tell someone about the show who you think would benefit. We're on a mission to help CMOs build their dream team and enable marketers to do their best work. And we appreciate your help in spreading the word.